What up, motherfucker? I'm always wearing Superman shirts. So today we're going to talk about macro. Okay, ready, set, go. Okay, we're starting off. Hey.
I don't know. I never say hey.
Gabi and
say what's up, guys. All right, what's up, you guys? So today I'm here with my trainer. Say what's up, guys.
Did you come up with this before we started?
Nope.
That was what up, guys. Okay. Be like, welcome to Fuck You Fitness.
That's what we're gonna name the gym.
Fuck You Fitness.
Fuck You Fitness.
Something like people remember. Don't be like, hey.
Hey. Whatever, fuck it. What's up, you guys? Whatever, fuck it. What's up, you guys? So today I'm here with my trainer, Christian. If you guys don't know him, he is the trainer that I've been with from the beginning of my fitness journey. And today he's going to be explaining to you guys how to calculate your own macros and calories in order to lose weight. Actually did an Instagram story and we asked you guys to send in your height and weight, and the first one that DM'd me, we would use your stats as an example. So we're gonna use Denise's stats today. So her weight is 180 and her height is 5'2". So those are the stats that we're gonna work off of right now. Today. Enjoying that cookie of yours?
Great. We're gonna go over some conversion factors. So you need these to be able to convert from grams to carbs, grams from calories, calories to grams, right? So say we have carbs, right? So there's 4 calories per 1 gram, right? Protein, same thing. Protein is equal to 4 calories, is equal to 1 gram, and then we have fats, which is 9 calories for 1 gram. So say, for instance, we have our steel cut oatmeal. So the grams of carbohydrates on this are 27 grams. We have 1 gram of carbs for every 4 calories of carbs. So if you remember this from high school, cancel your units. And what do we get?
Pay attention to this.
27 times 4, which is 108 calories of carbohydrates. Another thing to take into account are, for instance, this has 7 grams of sugar. So when you do your carbohydrates, because there's different types of carbohydrates, you want to take into account especially your sugars. So we have 7 grams of sugar. There's 1 gram of sugar for 4 calories of sugar, which is equal to 28 calories of sugar. So usually when I make plans, I'll tell them, okay, listen, you have this how many grams, calories is carbohydrates. Sugar should only be limited to this amount. So you could eat sugar, but it's just you can't be eating, like sugar cookies all day long. Like, oh, I hit my macros.
I hit my carbs.
I hit my carbs, yeah. It has to be quality, the right types of carbs. Okay, let's assume that you're not doing anything all day long. So to maintain, you're at 1,800 calories. So how did I get that? Whatever you're at.
What does maintain mean?
Maintain means sitting on your ass, doing nothing all day long. You have a desk job. You're not active. Okay, so how did I get that? All you do is say, I'm 200 pounds, right? Me, personally. I'm just going to add another 0 to it. That's all you do. How much do you weigh?
139.
139? Her maintenance weight is 1,300. But keep in mind, that's with you not having a good metabolism, or not training your metabolism properly. You just don't do it. That's you doing nothing. That's you doing nothing for a longer period of time. So now, let's assume that she is relatively active. She's burning calories, she goes to the gym, all that. So you're adding around like another 1,000 calories. So That's going to be 2,800. This is just a very rough. I mean, there's equations to derive what you should be doing to maintain, but that's not. That is necessary up to a point for this purpose. This is the best way to get it for our purposes, right? So 2,800. We want to lose weight, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
We're going to lower it by 500.
And that's just a general.
That's just a general rule.
Number. Yeah.
Right? So if you want to lose weight, minus 500. You want to gain weight, plus 500. Where you're getting the minus or the plus from is from your maintenance weight. So whatever you determine your maintenance weight to be, that's where you're going to have.
Yeah, whatever your weight is, you just add a 0.
Exactly.
And that's your maintenance calories.
Maintenance weight at it's called your basal metabolic rate. So like, that's the rate that your metabolism produces energy at a rate that you don't do anything. Okay? So why such a high number, right? People are going to trip out. Here's what we have, right? Here's your calorie expenditure. Here's your calorie intake, right? So as a trainer, the thing I hear all the time is like, "Oh, I'm trying to lose weight." Perfect. What are you doing to do that? "Oh, I'm eating salads and doing more cardio." Okay? So what are they doing? They're just fucking their metabolism up because your calorie expenditure is going to be super high, right? And your calorie intake is going to be super low. So let's say, let's take her for example. I'm going to be picking on you. She was at like 1,000 calories a day.
Okay, before I started working out, I was probably eating around 5,000 to 6,000 calories a day. And then out of nowhere, I dropped it down to like less than 1,000.
Yeah, and she was like, "Oh, I can't lose weight." Like, no shit. Because her calorie intake's high. Now she was taking in like 800 calories. I'm like, good Jesus. You're like starving yourself. And this obviously is going to give you results. I'm not going to lie. If you cut your calories, if you start eating salads and start doing cardio every day, you are going to see results. But very quickly, you're going to plateau. And you're going to end up with a fucked up metabolism, and you're going to...
The results won't last too long.
Yeah, you're going to be using your muscle as energy. I mean, you're essentially starving yourself. So, better way to do it, right? What we're going to do is we're actually going to increase your calorie intake, right? So say we're 1,000, 1,200 for week 1, week 2, week 3, right? Say we're at week 3, we're raised it to like 1,800 calories. But at the same time, we increased our expenditure to about 1,800. Not hard, more intense workouts.
Expenditure is
the calories you burn. So like you go in the gym, you burn, you did the step burn, and it says you burn like 500 calories. So it's like a way to measure it. Calories are just energy that your body uses, right? So we're matching them. These don't match. So what do next? Is now you're going to lower this down to what you were originally at, which is 1,000 calories. So this is enough to maintain your muscle mass, your lean muscle tissue. It's enough to like produce hormones, all that good stuff in your body. So you're not doing some crazy shit to your body. But your calories are, you just created the same deficit, but you just raised your calories more than you dropped them. But your expenditure is still high. So this is what's going to give you a healthy, you're going to lose weight in a healthy way. You're not going to mess up anything because you're just lowering it back to what you're originally at. Then the second step, or what I do with, this is like my procedure for most of my clients, is you're going to lower your calories down to like 900 calories. And you're going to increase your expenditure, try to increase it to like say 2,000. Right? So more results. What do we do next? We're going to raise it. No, get rid of this. We're going to raise it to, what had you at? 2,200?
23.
2,300 calories. And people are like, you're crazy. But we're going to raise her expenditure to 2,400. not hard, 2,400 calories. So we're still creating a deficit, but we're already at 2,300 calories. And a lot of people will say, "Oh, that's too much food." In a way, it is, but it's better than not having enough food. I always say. Mm-hmm. It is like a big thing. Says, "Oh, that's too much food. You don't have to raise it that high." Some people say that. I say it's better because now when you go back down, you can always go back to your base 1,000 calories. That's 1,300 calories drop. So if you don't see results, you're just gonna lower it back down to 1,000, but you're still gonna have that cushion. You don't have to keep it at 1,200, raise your expenditure to 2,300, and then when you don't see results, you're gonna drop your calories down to 800. That's not healthy. So it's losing weight in a healthy way. So that's the baseline for where I get the starting calories from. So that's what we're starting at, is 2,300, which is actually a little high. So we'll readjust it. But see, that's what I do with all my clients. Okay, like where are they at? Where their expenditure? What's their intake? Right. These are the two things I look at right off the bat, and it's usually like that. So you want to flip it. You just want to keep flipping it, mess around with it. That's how you lose weight.
It's like the roller coaster, the up and down.
It's an up and down roller coaster. And the best part is even as a roller coaster, your metabolism isn't going to be necessarily, fucked by doing a roller coaster because you're still above that baseline calorie. Starting at 2,200 calories, my split is 40 protein, 30 fats, 30 carbs. Right? How do I get how many calories?
And these aren't the grams, these are
percentages. So when you say, "Oh, I'm at 40% proteins, 30% fat, 30% carbs," that's what I'm at for my calories of 2,200. So what does that mean, right? 2,200 calories. Easy. What do they call it? The math. Conversions of life. You use this for everyday life, right? So we're taking 40% of our total calorie intake, which is 100%, right? So 40 out of anything should be like 100%. Times our total amount, and we're wanting to find x, right? So again, nothing too hard. X is equal to 100. Is equal to 40 times 2,200. Can you do the math for me? And 80 calories of protein divided by 4. Remember, you want 4 calories on the bottom to cancel your units. Equals to 1 gram of protein, which is equal to 220 grams of protein. Which, that's actually pretty high too. So let's lower that down to 200. And that's what you could do. If you're like, "Oh wow, that's fucking high," go ahead and lower it. Okay, so that would have us at about 2,200 times 4 is 800. So 800 calories. We lower this down to 2,000 calories. That should be good. Okay, next we have our fats and our proteins. So are they going to be the same? No, because remember we have fats is equal to 9 calories per 1 gram. This is fat. And carbs is equal to 4 calories for every 1 gram, right? So if we have 30%, 30 over 100 is equal to x over, now we have 2,000, right? So do the math again. Which is equal to?
What is it?
30 times 2,000 divided by 100. Equals to what?
600.
600 divided by 4.
150.
150 grams of carbs. Okay, so right now we have protein is equal to 200 grams per day. Carbs is equal to 150 grams per day. So now we got to find fats, right? Remember, fats are 9 calories for every 1 gram. So fats are at 30% over 100 equals X over 2,000. Okay, do the math again. 100X is equal to 20 times 2,000 is equal to
20 times 2,000?
20 times 2,000 divided by 100.
400.
400 divided by 9.
44.4.
44.4. Let's say let's round that down.
43.
40 grams, 44 grams of fat. So now you just got, from your percentages, we got 44 grams per day of fat. So this is all equal to 2,000 calories. That's how many,
Box it.
that's what you should be taking in grams per day. So for instance, let's find an example with our steel oats, right?
So with Denise's 5'2" height and 180 pounds, for her to be losing weight, these are her macros.
To maintain.
Oh, those are to maintain.
To maintain.
These are to maintain.
Well, that's your baseline, so I would start with those, yeah. Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Carbs. I said carbs was a little funny thing, right? So you can still be doing this as you're increasing, decreasing your calorie intake. It's called carb cycling. Okay, so just real quick, say this is days of the week. So we have our time, and we have our amount of carbs, right? So this is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, on and on, right? It's going to kind of look like this. Or it can kind of look like this. It doesn't matter what it looks like as long as you're cycling your carbohydrates. Okay, so a wave, right? It depends on how you feel best. So it does take some experimenting to see, okay, if I go 3 days on low carbs, then I can go 1 day on medium carbs, 2 days on hard carbs, great. If you can only go 1 day low carbs and
Yeah.
you can't function, it just depends on the person.
I can only go 1 day.
Yeah, same thing with me. Like I can
I
go.
feel like ass if I do low carb.
Yeah, like I'll do a no carb day and then medium carb, high carb, medium carb, no carb. That's how, so just the basic, which works. I mean, it works amazing. That's actually what a lot of pro bodybuilders do. This is just to maintain and help you lose weight, help you control your insulin, all that good stuff. So, okay, adding all this up, I got this many calories for her baseline calorie, 5'2", 180. So what we're gonna do is first, I'm actually gonna raise it by 500 calories.
Wait, pause. Oh, this is our baseline calorie.
It is, I mean, it's close. Remember we dropped the calorie.
Oh, okay.
So from here, this is her baseline calorie, but remember we dropped the proteins and the carbs a little bit. So we figured out this is what her baseline calorie is, 1796. First 2 weeks, we're gonna actually add 500 calories and we're gonna put her on a Metcon training, right? Metcon, metabolic conditioning, you know, high intensity weight training, all that good stuff. It's gonna be burning more calories, so she's actually gonna get up to like 2396 in the first 2 weeks. And then, so she's at 2396 calories for 2 weeks, right? Now you're gonna drop it by, say, 800 for the next 2 weeks, which is equal to, what, 1596 calories? And this is 2 to 4 weeks of what we're gonna be doing. And then we'll raise it 300 calories, 1896 for 4 to 6 weeks, and then we'll decrease it back down to, let's say 1300. Let's get crazy here. 6 to 8 weeks. Okay, and then back up to 1800 calories for 8 to 10 weeks. So people are like, what the hell? Like, you gotta increase calories first, which sounds crazy, but trust me, do it. And increase your expenditure. Then you're gonna decrease it back down to around 1596. So from here, this is a big drop right here. From almost 2,400 down to 1,600. That's 800 calories drop. That's enough to give you some results, okay?
Unless you're competing, which I highly doubt any of you are, there's no reason to drop your calories down that far and for that long.
Yeah, that is true. So this is the way to do it where you're going to be starting a long time and to keep it up. So you just kind of do it. And then once you get down here, this is already 8 to 10 weeks. Then, okay, you played a lot of tricks on the body, so now maybe it's time to relax, dismount, keep your calories high, your expenditure high, above 1,800, which is going to still let you lose weight, but now you're letting your body calm down. You're not going to take it through a bunch of crazy up and downs of calories.
This is where I'm at right now.
This is where she's at right now. And she's still seeing results, right?
Yeah.
I mean, she's training hard. Don't get me wrong. Everything you do, like I said, you have all your ducks in a row. You have to have your training, your sleep, your cardio. But that's what it takes. If you don't do that, you should not even worry about diet.
You can't out-train a bad diet.
Yep. I like that one. Did you get that off of
Mic drop.
a refrigerator?
No, what? Fuck it.
Whatever, fuck it.
Alright, so that was a lot of information to take in, especially if you are a beginner. So if you're still completely confused, then you can go ahead and email?
Yeah.
DM, slide in his DMs.
No, actually DM me. Better email than email.
Oh, so he wants y'all to slide in his DMs. So yeah, DM him on Instagram. I'll leave his @name below, and you're tagged on my Instagram. So if you guys scroll through my Instagram, his @name is on there. But he can go ahead and give you your calories and macros, and he will give you your calories and macros for, what are you charging?
For free. Just the calories and macros.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to give you a meal plan for free. I'm just saying your calories and your macros
he could do them
are
for you
very simple
for free.
for me to do.
If you're still like,
If you're serious, don't bullshit me. God damn it.
Stick to your
Serious
word.
on your working out.
Yeah. And
if you were paying attention, you should know how to do it anyways.
you can always rewind it, rewatch it, do it 100 times. If you have questions, you can ask me, I can ask him, or you can just go directly to him. He also offers meal plans, so if you guys don't know what to eat, or you're confused on what's good and what's not, meal plans. How much do you charge for meal plans?
Depends, honestly.
Okay, so DM him
different packages
for all of that good stuff. And that is how to calculate your calories and macros.
Whatever, fuck it.
Whatever, fuck it.